I'm Mark Pollard, and we're going to talk about the truth about handling an audience. Let's do this now. If you are watching this video, chances are you have spoke to an audience before. It could be an audience of 5 people, 50 people, 500, or 5,000. It's essential to understand that part of the process is knowing that all audiences have to be handled, not necessarily in a physical type of way, but handled mentally, if you will, or spiritually, or emotionally. They want you to basically guide them in the process of whatever it is you're trying to present to them in your speech. So the key is you have got to have advanced knowledge of your audience. For example, in politics, I've been in politics for many years. In politics, all candidates find out what's the group or the audience is about. Tell me about them. You can ask the person, what are we looking at here? How many people are going to be there? Are there a group that's more wants to be mentally stimulated and I can speak to them in a professorial type of way? Are they looking for emotion? Are they looking for upliftment or motivation? And whatever it is, just give it to them. But you've got to handle an audience. You got to know about that audience. What are they looking for? What do they want you to speak to them about, and how do they want you to deliver the message? Now, another truth about handling an audience is you've got to look at the nonverbal cues. Again, I talked earlier about speaking verbally to find out from someone what it's all about. Matter of fact, on that same point, one thing I also do, if I'm speaking to a church or a community group, I get there really, really early. And if possible, I'll shake hands. I get to meet people beforehand and introduce myself. I'm Mark Pollard, I'm a speaker. Then I get the feel of what they're all about. That's another good point. But back to my second point, you got to look at nonverbal cues. What do I mean by nonverbal cues? Literally that. You got to see, when I get up there on the stage, or I'm about to get up there and speak, are they smiling? Look at their eyes. Are their eyes bright, or are they bored, or are they tired? You got to get a feel of that in order to handle them, in order to get your job done. Now, the trick is sometimes you could be dead wrong. Sometimes, I remember I once had a trial, and I could have sworn I was going to lose this trial because the jury foreperson was giving me the meanest, it looked like he hated my guts, the nonverbal signals. I won the trial. My client was found not guilty, but I bumped into him maybe a year later, and he introduced himself, and I didn't really remember him, unfortunately. And I said, well, where I know you from? He said, no, I'm the foreperson in this such and such trial. And I said, wow, you know what? It's amazing. You seem so friendly. Now, I thought you hated my guts. He said, what are you talking about? I loved you the whole time. So sometimes you can't tell for nonverbal cues, but many times you can. So if I speak to an audience and I see them that they look like they might be a little tired, maybe a lot bored from their speaker, who knows what could be going on. I like to start with just looking at them and saying, come on guys, wake up, give yourselves a round of applause. You know, you give yourselves a round of applause. Come on now, let's get this going. We're gonna have some fun tonight. These are all techniques but you gotta pick up. You won't know to say that if you're not looking at the non-verbal cues. Now here's another truth about audiences and handling audiences. It's that audiences really want to like you. They really want, it's like when you go into a movie, if you're a movie audience, don't you really, if you paid your hard-earned money, not just the money, the time of going there by yourself or with your sweetie or your buddy or your family, getting your kids together, whatever the case might be, don't you want to like the movie or the show? Of course you do. So audiences want to have a great experience with you. They want to like you. So what you got to do is give them a little hand, help them out a little bit. I start with the technique of getting agreement from the first second I step on the stage. For example, I'll get up there, if I'm speaking in front of a church, I get agreement that everybody that's a believer like I am knows or believes. I'll get up there and say, is God good? Come on, church. Can I get an amen? Is God good? Everybody believing like I am? I'm getting agreement, and it's saying, yes, I like this guy. He's on board. He believes. But if you're talking to a business group, or if I'm talking to a business group, I'm talking to a group about success. I'll start off with anybody here is a success. I say you're successful just because you're here. You got up this morning. We all had other things we could be doing, but you are here because you're a winner. All the winners in the house, all the winners in the place, raise your hand. These are techniques on handling an audience. I'm Mark Pollard. See you next time.